Welcome back. Jobs in America, the economy recovering from major losses earlier this year as big business ramps up fourth quarter hiring. The Wall Street Journal is reporting this morning employers have added back more than 11 million jobs since the start of May. Joining me right now is the CMO of Monster, Elliot Seaborn. Elliot, great to have you this morning. Thanks very much for being here. Where are you seeing these hiring booms? Tell us where the jobs are.
Yeah, I mean, overall, the good news is, and by the way, thank you for having me on. Thank you for having Monster Jobs on, but we're seeing jobs continue to rebound in month over month in every sector, really except for government right now. As you said, we've gained back 11 million jobs. Sectors are still down pre-COVID levels, but now they are definitely coming back in a big way across the board. The biggest area to really talk about, and the one that's most obvious, is the holiday season is upon us. So therefore, the most obvious place to look is in the retail seasonal hiring area. There are jobs coming online in big ways. So on Monster.com, for instance, we're seeing stock clerks jobs being posted and being up double-digit week after week. We're seeing retail salespeople roles, which have also tripled in recent weeks. And we're also seeing the effects of holiday hiring on other sectors. Like we're seeing increases in jobs that support retailers like packagers, roles, transportation, and freight. And just as an added note, we poll candidates or people looking for jobs and have since pre-COVID, and we're seeing a really interesting trend in that the Monster candidates that we're polling are saying, hey, almost 90% of them are saying, I will go look for a seasonal job this year. That's up from 60 last year.
So seasonal jobs are just from Thanksgiving to January, or how long do the seasonal jobs last? Is it a 6-month gig?
No, it really ramps up in September and goes through the end of December. But we really start looking during a ramp period starting in July and August. And we've seen those jobs steadily increase. And as a matter of fact, retail jobs have come back almost fully since they lost about 2.4 million post-pandemic.
Elliot, let me ask you about postings for jobs that offer remote work. I mean, you've got so many people at home right now. Are you seeing postings for jobs that offer remote work due to the pandemic?
We are, and as a matter of fact, it's really necessary as the number one search that we call them candidates, people looking for jobs, is remote work on our site. So now we're seeing our customers put into their job descriptions, I'm open and flexible to remote work, and we're seeing that as one of the biggest trends that's occurring right now.
Jump in here, Matt.
The thing that interests me the most right now, as someone who lives in New York City, is the where of the jobs. Building on that remote thing, New York and San Francisco and some other urban centers are seeing, in Seattle, are seeing a big flight from these cities right now. How is that going to reshape the economy going forward? Which sectors are going to be ascendant because of that, and which ones are going to be down? I presume that tourism and anything events related, as well as the market for business real estate, is just going to be kind of collapsing in urban centers around the country.
Yeah, business real estate is one that is collapsing right now, and it's going to go through a lot of transformation moving forward. The interesting sectors that are happening, the things that are happening right now, retail is a really interesting one because it's transformed so much over the last 5 months, and the big box retailers have actually gone in and they've moved all their businesses from brick and mortar online. And that, because it's a $5 trillion sector, has affected everything from technology, so that's UX designers, that's security experts, that's systems design, network design, transportation, because you have to get these these goods to people's homes, manufacturing and warehousing positions are all on the rise. But if you look at the rise in tech, that is all remote in nature. So you see that geography and location are becoming a lot less important than the ability to be able to work remote. And a sector like tech is going to see a huge boom and is already seeing a huge boom because of it.
He's Elliot. Good to see you this morning. Thanks so much. Elliot Seaborn from Monster.
Hello, and welcome to Monster series on helping job seekers find better. In this video, you'll learn tips on how to effectively search for jobs on Monster.com. Have you been wondering if there's a job out there that really suits and interests you? Well, Monster.com can help you find it. There are many ways to search for jobs on Monster. In this video, we will cover advanced searches, browsing jobs, saved searches, saved jobs, and your apply history. Let's begin with advanced searching. Advanced searching offers a variety of filters to help you pinpoint the right opportunities. When a job search includes a job title and/or keyword, the results automatically show postings that contain the job titles and keywords used in the search. You can also switch the sorting order to posted date, allowing you to see the most recent jobs first. You can search for specific job titles, skills and keywords, locations, companies, job types, salary ranges, categories, industries, posted dates, career levels, education levels, and total years of experience. Are you relocating, or maybe you just want to know what jobs are available in your area? Browsing jobs can give you exactly what you're looking for. Choose the state, most popular cities, date posted, keywords, companies in those areas, job types, categories, and various other options you may be interested in. Here's a tip. You can customize your results by eliminating certain companies from coming up in the results page. Track that company by using this field and save your search. Did you find a search that brings back just the type of jobs you like? Save it. By saving a search, Monster.com is looking for jobs that suit your needs around the clock. Set a frequency, daily, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, to be notified of a new job posting that interests you. You can always make edits to or delete your saved searches. Monster allows you to have up to 5 saved searches in your Monster Seeker account. If you're not quite ready to apply to a job you have found, but it does pique your interest, you can save that job and come back to it later. Finding a new job can be a challenge. Get organized and stay ahead of the game. Save jobs that are appealing to you, so you can revisit the name of the company and the job description at any time. This can also be a useful tool in finding additional skills, keywords, and job titles that you hadn't thought about before. Just another way that Monster can help you stay organized. Can't remember what jobs you have applied for? Don't worry. With Monster, you can access your apply history by the click of a button. This is a good way to keep track of what companies and jobs you are attracted to, so you can find better opportunities. Thanks for joining us. I hope you learned new ways to find better jobs on Monster. For more videos on how you can find better, check out resources.monster.com.
A better chance, a better path, a better you. Finding something better is the beacon that pulls us all forward. We know it's out there. We know it's in here, in each of us. At Monster, our business is simple. We connect people with better. Better jobs, better locations, better opportunities. And we give employers better ways to find better talent and build better businesses. Most of the time, better isn't a giant leap. It's a small step, a simple change. Ah yes, that's better. Better is there, around the corner, down the street, up one floor. The search for it should never stop. At Monster, we make sure it doesn't. With innovative technology to drive audiences like never before. To connect the world's jobs with more people, in more places. So keep looking, keep curious, keep informed. There is always better. Let's find it.
Candidates are out in the world engaging with people, brands, and businesses across devices, all over the web, and on social media. To reach them, be where they are. Monster is the only job site that enables you to find candidates wherever they are. Post a job with us, and we will distribute it across the entire Monster network, nearly 1,000 newspaper partner sites, on our mobile app, and to targeted candidates on Facebook, Twitter, and across the web. Source candidates matching your needs from our database of millions of resumes, and get better quality candidates scored, ranked, and compared side by side. We can help you build your employer brand so you can attract top talent, and then also help you easily hire, onboard, and grow that talent. Only Monster enables you to reach more candidates at scale anywhere on the web, connect with them faster and in smarter ways, and hire and manage them more effectively.
I want to be a district attorney.
If I could do anything, I'd be a rally car driver, but that's not a hopeful field right now.
It's kind of up to me, you know. Life kind of hands us our opportunities, and I think, you know, it's kind of my choice.
Well, I'm trying very hard to get in and find an internship in my field so that I can have some experience.
I'm always looking for a new place to go. I'm updating my resume constantly.
I'm doing some of the traditional stuff, which is obviously like mock interviews, resume, cover letters, job searching online, and all the stuff that you're supposed to do. But then I also think that I have to do something more creative.
There's obviously going to be people that are better than you, or it's like an advantage to be new because you have fresh ideas, and so I think jobs also look for that, for like new faces and minds to help make their company or business better.
I had to decide what I was more afraid of. Being in a very safe job where I was miserable, or quitting and figuring out what I actually wanted to do.
I think that taking risks are important because you don't know unless you try. And if you never try, then you're never gonna know.
You know, when I quit my job not that long ago to pursue this, it was really scary and it was a huge risk.
It's worth going ahead and following your passion, following your pursuits, rather than saying, I wish I would have done this, I should have done that.
So I left. It was the scariest thing I've ever done in my life.
And we were cutting back on our lifestyle to live off potentially one income if we had to.
Things are never as big of a disaster as you potentially fear they are.
It's really paid off.
Everything got better. Everything in my life got better.
You know, sometimes you just have to follow your gut. You have to follow your dreams to find out what the opportunities are that are out there.
You're gonna be miserable and safe, or you're gonna take a risk and be really happy. And I decided to be happy.
Looking for a job is going to be one of the hardest things I'm probably going to have to do.
I'm worried about not making it.
I feel like going for a job is like getting the top grade in the class.
I think hard work is everything. Obviously, you won't be able to accomplish anything without trying. You can't just expect everything to be handed to you.
And if you don't have that drive and that need to move forward, then you're not going to be able to find anything.
If you don't have it, that should be your motivation right there to go get it.
It's that decision moment.
You really have to put yourself out there and be willing to try new things and not really be scared.
When I look back on my life, I want to know that I loved every second of it, and it meant so much to me.
That's why you need to go out and try twice as hard.
And I want to find something better and more meaningful in my life.
When you can see the smile on someone's face, to me, that's the greatest joy that I can receive. Helping people with their prosthetics became a passion of mine, and Monster helped me find that passion. My name is Dan Blasini. I'm a nurse case manager with Hanger Prosthetics. Working with people that were, traumatically injured, even drinking a glass of water, we need to take a sense of appreciation for yourself that you can do it. I'm incredibly involved with my patients. I've seen their kids grow up, so working with the whole family, not only treating that patient, you have to treat everyone around them so the patient can succeed in life. And I'm very inspired by that. All my life, I was always trying to challenge myself, even as a nurse. I still wasn't fulfilled. And then I put my resume on Monster. I automatically got 126 phone calls and emails from individuals wanting to hire me and talk with me. Monster was the catalyst to put me where I'm at today. My first day on the job was awesome. I saw things that the average person hardly ever sees in their whole life. Patients who suffer from limb loss were coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan when someone put a device on, changed their life. They were able to become self-sufficient and start challenging themselves, and you're with them doing it, so it's fun. My advice to job seekers is to let your passion show. When you're doing the right thing, you're gonna shine. That really sinks in well with an employer. Good job. My patients are truly my heroes. I've seen so much pain and suffering, and the will to go forward is unbelievable. We're proud of you. I feel Monster did help put me on the road for success because it put me in a situation to help other people change their lives. So you better believe it, it did change my life.
My life changed 180 degrees when I got my job on Monster.com. Now I enjoy every day. I always look forward to going to work rather than dreading it. It doesn't feel like work. It's something I enjoy doing. My name is Greg Drevenstedt. I'm the road test editor for Writer Magazine. A couple of years before I went to look for a new job, I really had a lot of things happen in my life that really brought me to a low. I was living in New Orleans when Hurricane Katrina struck. About 6 months after that, my marriage fell apart. The career path I had been on was really sucking the life out of me. I was kind of at my wit's end, and I needed to make a change. My dad used to take me on motorcycle rides when I was a kid. I fell in love as soon as I started to ride. On a whim, I just put in motorcycle as a search term, and then bam. The very first thing that popped up was the road test editor at Writer Magazine. At first, I thought I would not be qualified for the job. I've never been a journalist. I've never worked in the motorcycle industry. I had to set those doubts aside. I crafted my cover letter, edited my resume multiple times, and the dream job became a reality. This is the particular bike that's, got the technology. As road test editor, the #1 responsibility is testing motorcycles. I've got to put together a feature story. I do photo shoots, video for our website. This is Greg Drevenstedt, road test editor for Writer Magazine. When I tell people about this great job that I have, I also tell them that I found it through Monster.com because you never really know what's out there. It's almost like having a soulmate. Some people feel that you search your entire life for your soulmate. Well, you can also have a soulmate in terms of a job. It's not just that I've got this cool job where I get to ride motorcycles and be on the cover of magazines, but I've really got my life back together. It's amazing. I didn't give up hope, even though I felt like I had just about lost everything. My life was turned around by Monster.com, and the same can happen for you.
I was really scared that I was going to graduate into this terrible recession. I moved to New York and I would just get so inspired with this idea that I could be anything that I wanted to be. I had to learn who I was before I knew what I was going to do. I'm Drea Bernardi, and I'm Mario Batali's media production coordinator. I was looking at my life as a puzzle. There were a lot of times where I didn't know how this puzzle piece was going to possibly fit with this puzzle piece. Living in Italy, traveling, working in restaurants, working with artists and producing things on the fly. I created a proposal for a digital media cooking show. I didn't know how it was going to add up. It just didn't make any sense. I'm at home and my dad sends me an email, and it's this link to this video from Monster.com. It had to be somebody who had a passion for food and then a passion for creating videos that don't necessarily need a huge crew to produce. Something that if you have a good idea, you can kind of just go out there and make it. 1 million people looked at the posting on Monster.com, and 50,000 people applied for the position, and I couldn't even see a possibility that they would find me. I'm pulling from this lifetime of adventures that at the time didn't seem like they were going to add up to be anything, but looking back, everything I did works for this job somehow. The universe is trying to tell me something. This is your opportunity. There's the picture. All the puzzle pieces kind of fit together, and I feel like this job with Mario was the last puzzle piece. Monster was able to figure it out. They were able to find my resume out of all of these resumes that came to them. I don't know how it works, but it works. My office is in all of the restaurants and all of the kitchens in New York City, filming the chefs when they're cooking, getting to know their personalities. Every day is different in Mario's world. Your experiences can all add together to create this wonderful, rich job and a wonderful, rich life.
You know, I think a career is something that you love, and a career should not be something you don't like to do.
It's really about pursuing your passions and finding what inside of you counts and actually going towards that.
If you're working in something that you don't love to do, I think you feel very empty and you feel very drained and exhausted.
And I think to be honest with yourself and realize you're getting better at something that you like doing is really the ultimate reward.
When you are following your passions and you're doing something that you love, you're more willing to be giving all the time 100%, 110%, and going above and beyond.
I did it. I found the job that I really love, and it took me a long time. It was not easy to get here, but I made it, and you can too.
The sights, the sounds, the memories. They all make Fenway Park unique.
He struck him out.
But what really makes this ballpark so special is the sense of community it provides. From the fans in the stands to the employees behind the scenes, there is a rare camaraderie and indescribable energy. The passion exudes through the Boston Red Sox front office. And now the team invites you to be a part of it. Through a partnership with Monster, the Red Sox are hiring an associate of the Boston Red Sox Rotational Business Initiative.
I never for one day take for granted the opportunity to pull into Fenway Park, walk out, see the Green Monster, look out on the field where great players like Dustin Pedroia, Ted Williams, Jim Rice, Dwight Evans, Fred Lynn have roamed the field. To come inside and work with my colleagues who share that same commitment and excitement for working in the sports industry is a real honor.
The person in this role will be exposed to a variety of functions and departments within the club. Examples of responsibilities may include executing special events, developing sales leads, working with our season ticket holders, and creating memorable experiences for our fans. In return, this person will receive a one-of-a-kind experience, the chance to go behind the scenes with Boston's beloved baseball team.
We hope that this candidate will come in with that same type of enthusiasm and commitment to the Boston Red Sox organization, and we're very, very excited about welcoming this new member to our front office.
If you want to experience this incredible opportunity to launch your career in sports, apply now on monster.com/Red Sox. This could be your office.
My name is Brett Miller, and I'm the RBI associate for the Boston Red Sox. This is my Monster.com success story. I wanted to have some sort of career in sports, since I was a little kid, since I knew what a career was. I heard about this job on Monster.com. I was just cruising through job listings, and this one popped up, and obviously, for certain reasons, piqued my interest. It's one of those teams that everybody trying to get into the business wants to work for. I mean, they're the cream of the crop every year. I didn't know it at the time, but this year, obviously World Series champs. As I was reading down the qualifications and the criteria for the job candidates, it seemed to align with a lot of the qualities that I feel like I possess. And then he comes down through here.
We weren't just looking for a lot of candidates. We were looking for a lot of qualified candidates, and that's exactly what Monster.com brought to us.
I got selected out of 57,000 people, so what do you have to lose at the end of the day? Go for it, why not? I plan on coming to work with me every day, bringing the work ethic and the determination, willingness to succeed that has carried me in other ventures in my life. And being able to do that on a daily basis and incorporating my passion for business really just could not have ended up in any better of a situation.
We're so happy to have Brett on our team thanks to Monster.com.
My name is Brett Miller. I found my job on Monster.com.